LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Looking deep. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. The Tigers in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A third down try for the offense. They'll try to run for it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run game coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Power ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The offense trying to find a... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
How nice is it on offense to have a quarterback with that kind of athleticism? Your playbook is so much more open when you get in fourth and goal situations just like that. You can call a pass play, and if it's not open, he can get you out of trouble with his legs. Nice job running that one in for a team.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Takes the handoff. It's Cherry. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. LSU right back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking.
And he's still running after the move. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. A lot of urgency for this offense. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Cherry. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first protection.
LSU now operating in the red zone. The RPO, it's complete. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It's 1st down from the 11. He wants to throw. Gets rid of it. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, LSU. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 30. Injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go to the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, no!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Cherry. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. They're bringing heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, it's Lawrence. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The give out of the gun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Firing to the right, complete. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Weinke, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminole. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14,
you go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. The give on the inside. Sweet cut there. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The option look. He'll toss it. And they get to him just before he scores. Right out of bounds at the 1.
The offenses don't just line up and say, I'm going to pound you now, especially once you get in the red zone. You know, the field shrinks and everybody focuses so much on being great on defense in that area. But you can lose a little bit of trickeration.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Defense. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to get to him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he's running in the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, LSU!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Pittsburgh. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Give to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead of 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Bulldozes his way through. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
It's complete on the right side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. LSU quick to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. End off from the shotgun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, no! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lamb. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. LSU right back to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Coming after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown Seminole! And the route is on. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some... Your guy, find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away.
Coming.
In the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Getting some heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the big fella.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Line gets set, first down. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. He's going for it all. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Florida State. And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. This offense has a second down play. He finds his man. Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Cherry. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
On target.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Fires to the right. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Seminoles are in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And that is how we will wrap this one up. We're at the midway point of the season, and after